What was your I shouldn't have said that moment when talking to a customer? I was bartending at this trendy cocktail lounge that doubled as a cafe during the slower hours. We had everything from martinis to espresso, and on weekdays, we'd get the remote workers and quiet readers nursing coffees through the afternoon. It was usually chill, kind of a half step between a bar and a library, and I liked that. One afternoon, a guy came in, late 30s, khakis and a blue button-up, the kind of outfit that screamed software sales. He sat at the bar and ordered a French press. I started prepping it behind the counter, weighing out the beans, doing the whole little ritual. He was chatty, friendly in that practiced way where you could tell he probably did this a lot. Small talk rolled into the usual stuff. Weather, books, how he liked the vibe of the place. Then, just as I was pouring the hot water, he hit me with it. "I like my coffee how I like my women," he said, kind of smirking. Can you guess? I don't know what short-circuited in my brain. Maybe it was the rhythm of the joke. Maybe it was just the autopilot of someone who's been on their feet 8 hours and isn't filtering anymore. But I fired back instantly, without even thinking. Full of cream? I swear to God the words hit the air before I even registered I'd said them. There was a beat of pure silence. No music, no background noise, just air. I turned and saw my manager standing behind me, mid-step on his way past the espresso machine. His eyebrows shot up, then he doubled over laughing. He had to lean on the counter, he was laughing so hard, which of course made it worse. The guy at the bar, he looked like I'd slapped him across the face. Just this frozen, open-mouthed expression, like he'd made a flirty joke and accidentally summoned a demon. I tried to backpedal, said something like, "Oh God, I didn't mean, I thought you were going somewhere else with it," but the damage was done. He muttered, I was gonna say hot and strong, and then looked down at his phone like it had just come to life and started reciting the Bible. I set his French press down in front of him and quietly went to the back to die. For the next 10 minutes, my manager kept giggling every time he passed me. He'd whisper "full of cream" under his breath like a 12-year-old and then burst out laughing again, every single time. The guy didn't stay long. He didn't finish the coffee. He tipped okay, didn't complain, just kind of evaporated. I never saw him again. For the rest of that week, my manager added "full of cream" to everything. I'd ask if we were out of oat milk and he'd say, "Nah, plenty of cream." He labeled the fridge "full of cream." He even made a cocktail special board that said, "Try our signature, full of cream, bold, awkward, unforgettable." It became a running joke in the staff group chat. Someone made it their nickname on the shift calendar. I couldn't escape it. Eventually it faded, but only because someone else made a worse comment 2 weeks later and took the heat off me. Still, anytime I made coffee in front of my manager after that, he'd raise an eyebrow and say, "You sure you want to finish that sentence?" And yeah, I triple-checked every word after that. Edit, it was a bar restaurant, so we had French presses with our brunch menu, chock full of nuts coffee. Also, I'm a lady. Shout out to my husband because he's so proud. This is my top voted comment. This is his favorite story, and we are cracking up over the variations of this joke.